Adulting can either be your best era ever or your worst. It's a time when you learn that you're on your own and that this world you called home is not as caring and pretty as it was when you were young.
So on today's episode, we'll be reading and answering questions from our listeners who sent their stories of insecurity to us. So whatever, whenever, let's deal with everything in a snap. Welcome back to Snap, mga kababayan. But before anything else, if you're new here, welcome to Crumb Society. We release new conversations and stories regularly, so be sure to like, subscribe, and follow us on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. It helps support the show and make sure that you never miss an episode when it drops. Yeah. Mahaba na na. Bagong kakabisaduhin natin na script.
Yes.
for our episodes. But anyway, yun nga, medyo seryoso
yes.
Yung aming intro. Kasi, I mean, medyo lighthearted naman yung pag-uusapan natin ngayon. But, since we're talking about insecurity, we're gonna handle it with delicacy. Delicately.
Gutom eh.
Gourmety na pa.
Kaya tayo natatawag LPG eh. Yan naman tayo eh.
Hindi. Kaya yun. Bukod sa namumula ang mukha ko for some reason, hindi ko alam kung bakit. Pag-uusapan nga natin ang insecurity ng mga tao. Kasi sino ba naman, di ba?
Right.
Kami lang ni Migs bago kami magsimula mag-tape.
Yes.
Pinag-uusapan namin yung mga fears namin, tsaka mga hopes, tsaka mga dreams, tsaka yung mga question. Sabi mo nga kanina, di ba? Tama-tama yung tanong sa ating episode. Am I in the right path? O, di ba?
Yes.
Lahat tayo nagtanong ng ganyan. Am I in the right path? Or am I making the right decision today? So, that's a very common question. And, you know, some people will say na it's not a valid question kasi it makes you look indecisive or not planning about your life. But for me, I think it's a normal and valid thing for you to question if you are in the right path.
This week for me, puro ganyan actually. Kasi multiple things has happened in my personal life and in my work life na puro ganyan yung tanong actually. Yung isang tao ko, kaka-break up niya lang. 4 years daw sila nung jowa niya. Tapos first girlfriend niya, kakahiwalay na lang nila. So parang ngayon lost siya. So in-approach niya ako na parang kaya hindi daw niya nahihit yung output niya, yung quota niya kasi nga he's going through something. And alam naman natin, alam naman nating lahat na ganun din yung storya ko. So, you know, sabi ko nga sa kanya, I'm probably one of the best people you could have ever talked to about that situation kasi pinagdaanan ko rin yan. So
nag-live na salamat dong.
Oo, live salamat dong, exactly.
In English.
Pero yun nga, sabi ko nga sa kanya trust me when I say everything will get better. Kasi, yun nga sobrang lost niyang tao. Kasi, yun nga, parang lahat daw they did together and whatever.
Yeah.
So, you know, ano lang, in hindsight, parang, oh, wow. Tapos ito yung topic namin today. So, parang, from the get-go, simula pa lang nung video, puro insights na eh. So,
di magpaalam na tayo. Anyway,
wag naman. Maganda yung mga kwento natin ngayon. Just for people who are watching this and are currently feeling lost in their lives, who are currently questioning if they're on the right path or not, yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Yes,
It
you
might
are,
not
ano?
be...
Ano yun?
Yes, you
Parang
are on the
gulo,
right
ah.
path.
Okay.
Yes, you are on the right path kasi.
Akala ko
Ano ba
yes,
yan?
you are. Oo, naliligaw ka.
Hindi. Yes, you are on the right path. Yun nga eh. Yes, you are on the right path and you just have to go through it.
So, which brings us to our first story, which is titled College Insecurity. Ay, nako. Lahat nagdaan sa ganyan.
Yes.
Yung mga pumasok ng ganitong course tapos hindi alam kung itong course ba ito. Tapos after 2 years, hindi mo na siya kaklase. Ayun, maraming ganun. Pero gets namin kung bakit. So, this story is from Patrick, who is 20, who is from the land of Otap and dried mangoes, Cebu.
And Danggit, my favorite.
Danggit, yeah. Padala naman kayo. Okay, sabi ni Patrick, Hello, Crumb Society. I'm currently a third-year college student and lately parang feeling ko na pag-iiwanan na ako. Most of my friends already know exactly what they want to do after graduation. Yung iba, may internships na. Yung iba, may side hustles. Tapos, meron pang accepted na agad sa companies. So, yung mga na-absorb, yung mga ganun siguro.
Yeah.
Ako naman, hanggang ngayon, hindi ko pa rin alam kung tama ba yung course na pinili ko. And every time someone asks me, ano plano mo after college? Napapangiti na lang ako. Pero honestly, wala akong masagot. Minsan, naiisip ko tuloy kung normal lang ba na ganito pa rin ako ka-lost at this age. Paano ba malalaman kung nasa tamang path ka o kailangan mo nang magbago ng direction? Any advice po? Ayan.
Gusto mo simulan or ako?
Maikli lang yung masasabi ko siguro dyan.
Go ahead.
Take your kasi ganito yung nangyari sa akin noon eh. Though bago pa 'to mag-college during the entrance exam season. Nung panahon na yon, I still didn't know what course I would like to take. Ang sinabi sa akin ng parents ko, you can take a course anything that you like, but make sure na pag pumasok ka dyan, yan din ang tatapusin mo.
It's fair.
So I don't have the liberty or parang tag dito, privilege to shift courses in the middle. Kasi nga, may usapang pera na yun eh. Diba? Mahal eh. Mahal yung papasukan ko school eh. So, kailangan kong panindigan at lunukin kung ano yung pinasukan ko. At siguro doon hindi ako makikick out. So, I chose corporate communications and marketing at that time. So, yun yung nakikita ko yung sarili ko na the best eh. And buti na lang hindi ako nagkamali. Pero during the entrance exam season, nagko-consider ako mag-accounting, nagko-consider din ako mag-legal management. Right. Kasi nga, 'di ba, ang Asian or Filipino in particular, yung mga magulang, sasabihin, wag ka kumuha ng ganitong course. Yung ganyan, anong kikitain mo dyan? Dito, mag-doktor ka, mag-abogado ka, para pag isang pirma mo lang, 100,000 piso, di ba?
Right.
So, may mga ganong consideration, hindi ko talaga forte yung, mahilig ako mag-design, maggawa ng poster, so, advertising, so, marketing ng pinili ko. So, kailangan ko panindigan yun. And, buti na lang, yun. So, parang gusto ko siguro sabihin kay Patrick, what I'm trying to say is there are two things that you need to consider. Take your time, yun yung number one, and then do not take too much time to think. You have to be decisive at some point. I don't know how to soften that, but as for me, yun ang na-encounter ko. I need to take time to sit and think about it, but not too much time.
I've been in this same position before when I was in university. To the people out there, I studied computer engineering in DLSU, and trust me when I say, grabe yung iyak ko nun during that time. Kasi parang first time ko bumagsak coming from someone who from high school, you know, I was the captain of the robotics team. I was part of the top 10 most of the time. Minsan top 3, top 2
Yeah.
pa minsan. It just depends on the quarter, you know. Pagpasok ko ng university, talagang nahirapan ako mag-adjust. So, talagang puro bagsak. Talagang yung hagulgul ko, parang sigurado pa ba ako sa computer engineering. Why did I choose computer engineering in the first place? At the time, when I was in high school, kinausap ako ng isang mentor ko, for yung mga counselors/mentors ng school. And sabi nila, why don't you take computer engineering? Kasi nga, yun nga, captain of the robotics team, blah, 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 matalino ka naman, kaya mo yun. Sabi ko, tas may pera doon. Yun yung, selling point. Sabi ko, okay, sige, let's try it. Tapos, yun nga, I got in and whatever. Tapos yun nga, the first 2 years, actually, first 3 years of my college experience, talagang, ang hirap. Grabe yung iyak ko, yung late nights, yung gastos, yung sobrang daming moments na feeling ko disappointed sa akin yung mga magulang ko kasi nga bumagsak ako, delayed ako, ganyan. Na supposedly 4 years and 1 month lang yung course, ako naging 6. So, at the same, yung moment na ganito na hindi ko makakalimutan was it was a computer engineering night and I was asked to perform on stage. So, as you know, I'm a singer, so I sang. It's not a great performance, pero kasi yung judge, yung professor na nag-judge, sabi sa akin, yung ginudge niya sa akin is completely out of the performance. He judged me from my appearance, which is yun nga, hindi naman ako fit, you know? So, parang ako, ganito, parang, yun na nga from the feeling, from very low self-esteem, kasi nga puro bagsak, tapos yung isang professor pa na, it might have just been a joke, you know? Tapos ganun yung judgment sa akin. So, parang all come crashing down na yung image ko sa computer engineering. So, at the time, my mom was also in the hospital. So, talagang ang gulo-gulo ng buhay ko noon at the time. Yes, exactly. So, after nun, parang nag-walk out ako from stage. Diretso ako sa nanay ko sa ospital. Tapos hagulgul ako sa nanay ko. Sabi ko, hindi ko na kaya. Hindi ko na kaya. Gusto ko na mag-shift out. Alam kong disappointed kayo sa akin. Blah, blah, blah. Ang hindi ko makakalimutan, sinabi ng nanay ko is, tuloy mo lang. Tuloy mo lang. Whether mag-shift out ka or not, tuloy mo lang yung buhay mo. Kasi at the time, talagang sobrang depressed ko na parang, you know, gusto ko nang let's not go there, but you know what I mean. So, sabi niya sa akin, yun, kaya mahal na mahal ko yung nanay ko kasi yun yung sabi niya sa akin na, tuloy mo lang, kahit anong mangyari sa buhay, tuloy mo lang. And yun, kaya, when Patrick, di ba? Si Patrick, tama. Si Patrick, sabi niya na, yun nga, na parang feeling niya na pag-iiwanan siya. That is definitely normal. Lahat ng tao pinagdadaanan yan. May mga tao lang talaga na maswerte na from the get-go, alam na nila yung gagawin nila. However, that's really one in some chances, you know? Parang hindi naman lahat ng tao ganun na alam nila from the get-go. Honestly, for
siguro,
me, go ahead.
One more thing, kanina ko pa naiisip to nung binabasa ko pa yung tanong niya, na third year ka na. I mean, I hope I don't sound parang I don't care, ganun. Pero, third year ka na, Patrick. Push mo na yan, konti na lang. Usually, di ba, tapos na yung, unless law yan, right. Well, hanggang 5 years yun minsan, or whatever, or accountancy. Pero in a normal, usual course, third year is actually the hardest year. Anyone would say that. But after third year, once you get your thesis out of the way, mag-fourth year ka na ng internship and everything, pwede na yan.
That's it.
Okay na yan.
Yep.
Breeze na
exactly.
yan. Mas mahirap maghanap ng trabaho.
Right.
Masaya pa ang school. Oo, maraming requirements, pero you are in a time capsule, kumbaga. kapag
Yes.
nasa school ka. But
Protected ka pa.
when you are looking for a job, iba na usapan. Nagkakaroon ka ng responsibilidad na pinapabuhat sa'yo na mapapasabi ka na, ha? Hindi naman akin yan.
Right. Yeah.
Parang ganun. Bakit na sa akin yan? Makwento ko lang din. Masingit ko lang ng very, very quick. So, yun nga. I applied din na school. Kinikwento ko kay Migs kanina. It was my former school. So, nung pumasok ako doon sa school na yun, sabi ko nga, meron akong slight trauma ng pagpasok sa school because of bullies and yung mga nakakatakot na teacher na requirements na marami naman. Kasi hindi ko nagagawa. Natatakot ako pag hindi na isasubmit on time.
Right.
But looking at it now, katrabaho ko na yung mga teacher ko dati na napagalitan din naman ako kasi bata naman ako nun eh.
Yes.
Katrabaho ko na sila ngayon. Magka-level na kami ngayon. At ako ay mag-handle na rin ng mga bata na katulad ko noon na hinahandle nila.
Right.
Parang naiinggit tuloy ako dyan sa mga bata na estudyante. Na parang sila, ito lang problema nila. Pasok sila ng alas 6 na umaga, uwi na sila ng alas 2. Tapos, pag di lang sila mag-assignment, papaluin lang sila. Tapos na. Pero kaming mga teacher at lahat ng dakilang empleyado ng buong mundo, lalo na sa Pilipinas na namumuhay ng pantay at hindi nagnanakaw, katulad ng mga senador. Ang hirap-hirap ng buhay namin. So, di ba parang nagkaroon ng shift sa perspective ko that kahapon, ino-orient ako, sabi ko, sana bata na lang ako ulit. Nung bata ako, sabi ko, sana matanda na lang ako para may sarili akong pera, may sarili akong buhay, may sarili akong desisyon. Turns out, kapag out of school ka na, nakagraduate ka na, hindi ganun pala ang buhay. No. Kasi yung sinasabi mong pera, nasan? Mailap siya. Yung sinasabi mong desisyon na gusto mo ikaw gumawa, hindi mo magagawa dahil ang dami mo i-consider na iba muna na makaka-apekto doon sa desisyon na yun. Kaya ang masasabi ko kay Patrick, pumunta ka sa MTRCB na lang. Sabi mo sa Lala Soto, mahirap yan. Naiintindihan ko yan. Pero mas mahirap after ng school.
Yeah. Like, usually, just going back a little bit, no? Sabi nga ni Stephen, yung third year is yung pinakamahirap. That's what I wanted to say. Like, it's the make or break year talaga. It's either, sa third year mo malalaman kung magsistay ka or not eh. And honestly, most of the time, yes. And most of the time, people who stay end up just, being more successful in my opinion. Kasi parang, it might not have been what they wanted after, going through the first 3 years. Pero it just pays back eh. Like, ngayon, for me, like like I said, I wanted to shift out to biology or biochemistry. Kasi nga, sabi ko, ayoko na ng engineering. Or computer science kasi ayoko na nga ng engineering. But now that I'm in the workforce, I've been in the workforce for almost a decade now. Sobrang laking blessing na nagstay ako sa computer engineering. It might not be, the same for you, Patrick, pero yun nga parang at least kapag nakuha mo yung degree na yun, may fallback ka eh. Kasi pagka-graduate mo, you can still apply to whatever career you want. Ibang usapan kasi ang career talaga eh.
Hindi siya yung kung ano yung nakalagay sa anong tag doon? Diploma.
Yes. Yun yung pwede mo lang gawin. Hindi eh. Yun nga yung yun yung maganda doon eh. Kasi sa aming dalawa ni Stephen, we've been in multiple different jobs. Na wala naman kami talagang ka-XP experience,
pinag-accounting nga ako sa PLDT. Like,
Exactly. Ako naman naging creative associate tapos naging social media department head, di ba? Tapos nag-hospitality pa ako. Nag-hotel ako. Anong kinalaman ng computer engineering doon, di ba? Pero yun nga eh, it's yung computer engineering ko was a fallback for me kasi nga especially nung nag-move ako dito sa US, talagang walang kumukuha sa akin kasi nga hindi naman ako graduate dito. So, kung anong industry lang. Kaya ako pumasok sa hospitality.
O diba, yung mga nagsasabi na yung Big Four recognized sa US, daho kayo pagdating doon.
Yes.
Yun ang
Hindi
totoo.
necessarily na porket galing kang UP, Ateneo, DLSU, or UST is, you know, I mean, I'm not
Yeah.
one of their best students.
Yeah.
Let's give it that. Pero yun nga, it doesn't equate to just because you graduated in the Big
parang
Four in
brand
the Philippines.
name, kumbaga.
Exactly.
O, hindi siya ganun.
Sa Pilipinas, maybe. Pero dito, hindi. Pag hindi ka dito graduate, wala. Out the door yan. Kailangan mong kumuha ng experience. And yun nga, honestly, that was the most humbling for me. Kasi pumasok ako sa industry na wala akong kaala-alam. And service industry, which is yung hospitality, yung hotel. And nakaka-humble siya kasi talagang babastusin ka ng mga tao.
Customer service talaga.
So, yun nga let's wrap this up for Patrick. For Patrick, it's normal. It's normal to feel lost. But as Stephen said, don't dwell on being lost for too long. You have to make a decision on what you want to do with your life, whether to stay in that course or not. And I guess the biggest thing is comparison is the thief of joy. Comparison is the thief of joy. Kasi yun yung binanggit niya Yung iba may internships na, yung friends niya alam na yung gagawin or whatever. Wag mong gagawin yan. Kasi kapag kino-compare mo yung sarili mo, wala. Malulungkot ka lang. On to our next question. This one is in the topic of career and work stability, which we kind of tackled in the first question, pero we'll go into deeper territories in this question. This question comes from June, Joon. Just to make it clear for our audience there. Kasi iba June, Jun.
Jun.
Ito from, parang feel ko Koreano to si June.
Annyeong! Annyeong lupa! Annyeong tubig! Annyeong bakla!
Anyway, this comes from June, who's 28 and from Makati. Hello, Crumb Society. I'm 28 years old and currently working in a stable office job in a multinational company. The pay is okay and mababait naman yung mga katrabaho ko. The problem is, I don't feel excited anymore. That's like me. Parang naka-autopilot na lang ako araw-araw. May mga kaibigan akong nagtatayo ng negosyo, lumilipat ng career, at pursuing their dream jobs. Habang ako parang takot na takot umalis sa comfort zone ko. Ang iniisip ko kasi, what if mag-resign ako tapos hindi mag-work out? What if mawalan ako ng stability? Pero at the same time, natatakot din akong tumanda na puro what if na lang. How do you know when it's time to take a risk? Or when it's smarter to stay where you are?
Teacher.
Ganda nito, Go ahead.
Parang gusto ko lang sagutin yan.
Yeah.
Kasi yan mismo ang napagdaanan ko sa huli kong trabaho. Sa corporate.
Yes.
At sabihin na lang natin corporate, pero sa mga nakakakilala sa akin, corporate-corporatean yung lugar na yun. Pero malaki siya and everything. Alam mo na kasan yun.
Yes.
Lapin na lang, makikita nyo rin sa YouTube. Magugulat kayo na, ha? Hindi siya? Podcast yun.
Parte siya nun.
Magugulat na lang kung makikita nyo ako sa ibang lugar. Anyway, yun nga. Dati ko po yung trabaho, ha? Pero, ganyan-ganyan yung na feel ko dun. Na nakikita ko yung mga kaklase ko sa school, sa college, sa high school, na nag-asawa na siya, nagtayo na siya ng bahay niya, ganyan. Pero ako parang nandito pa rin. Tapos, everyday na lang, kabusitan, appreciative bosses. Marami sila. Appreciative bosses and supervisors. Diba? Ang daming layer, diba? Lakas maka-red tape. Lakas maka-red tape, pero privado kumpanya yun. So, sabi ko, ano ba to? Bakit ganun? Ang output ko, times 3. Pero ang balik sa akin na, buti sana kung yung sweldo, times 3 din eh. Pero hindi eh. Base lang din eh. Tapos, ang appreciation sa'yo, 0 to none. So parang, ano ba to? Stable.
Yep.
Stable nga. Medyo stable.
Yes.
Pero, are you gonna be mentally stable after the end of the
Yes.
day? Yun ang
Exactly.
Kasi tandaan po natin, hindi lang naman yung career at yung work mo, yung ating iniisip na maging stable.
Right.
Dapat, stable din yung mental state mo, physical state. Ako nga, diba, kwento ko sa'yo, nasa operating room ako, nag-aantay.
Yeah.
Tinext ako, mag-project daw ako ng sales immediately ASAP. Sabi ko,
Yep.
una birthday ko yun, nakalib ako. Pangalawa, operahan ako ngayon. Sabi ko, ano ba namang, ito, hindi ba makapag-antay? Nagpaalam naman ako mabuti. Tapos, ang isa pang malupit dun, may event ng January 1. Diba?
Nice.
Tapos,
New
lahat
Year.
ng mga boss, late dumating. Kaya ako ang tinatawagan para humarap doon sa mas mataas na boss sa kanila. Kasi pauwi pa lang daw sila galing Pangasinan. Like, boys, itong mga to ayos to Baka may nagtatanong, anong event yun January 1? Ano yung noontime show? Hindi po. May iba pa na may nag-i-event ng January 1 kapag linggo. So, yun. Grabe. Sobra.
Yes.
Kaya,
For me,
naiintindihan ko to si June na kung naiisip mo
Yes.
na mag-resign at natatakot ka na hindi mag-workout, tingin ko ang una mong maiisip is, mag-workout pa ba yung utak mo tsaka yung physical body mo? Kung sunod-sunod na araw-araw, ganyan ang nararanasan mo.
right.
Iba yung fulfillment na mabibigay ng trabaho na mahal mo at ini-enjoy mo versus na
Right.
trabaho na tinatrabaho mo lang.
Nabanggit ni Stephen to before we started this episode. Like, we usually talk kasi before we start doing the episodes. But nabanggit niya nga kanina na parang sobrang at peace niya with his current decision, with what happened to him recently. And
kasi parang U-turn, left
Yes.
turn, right turn yung decision na kinikwento kay
Right.
Mix.
Yes, which is, for the question that June said, na how do you know when it's time to take a risk and when it's smarter to stay where you are? You'll feel it. You'll honestly feel it. You'll be extremely at peace with the decision that you'll make, whether you stay or you go. Kasi I remember this is not about career, pero it was one of the earlier times when I was here. Yung mga first few years ko dito sa Amerika, kung magsistay ba ako kasama yung tatay ko or lilipat ako ng ibang state dun sa tita ko. And I ended up moving to another state kasi nga parang hindi ako at peace with staying where my dad is. So at the time, talagang when I finally made that decision, parang it was just an overwhelming flood of peace in my heart and in my brain and in my body na parang this is the right decision. Malalaman, mararamdaman mo na tama tong decision ko. So for June, yun na nga parang it just depends really on what you want and need at the current moment. Of course, you have to really discern. I think yun yung biggest word for this episode. Discern and discernment. Kung ano ba talagang gusto mong gawin. You really need to discern kung magstay ka or not. And again, like from the first story, comparison is the thief of joy talaga. Kasi it's the same. Kung mapapansin mo, it's the same for this second story from June na nabanggit na naman niya yung friends niya or the people around them na may mga kaibigan ako nagtatayo ng negosyo, lumilipat ng career, and pursuing their dream jobs. For all of our audience there, and for June and Patrick, and to whoever else is going through this and is in that headspace na talagang nagko-compare with others, tigil nyo na yan.
May nabasa nga ako na isang gabi, sabi niya, tigilan na natin ang pagpa-project mapping ng mga dreams and aspirations natin sa mukha ng ibang tao. Alam niyo yung project mapping, mga nakikinig po sa amin. Ang project mapping, if you live under a rock, it's what you see during Christmas time. Yung mga building ng SM, di ba? May mga gumagalaw na parang projection na gano'n, na mga Pasko-Pasko or whatever, or mga pag-BTS, ganyan.
Yes.
That is project mapping. So, imagine, yourself, you're projecting, you're project mapping your dreams and aspirations on someone else's face because they have those and you don't. And it doesn't mean that you should also have. You have your own time. Yun ang essence ng post na nabasa ko.
Yes.
You have your own time. But it's understandable and valid as well na nafe-feel natin yung parang self-pity or
normal
napapareflect tayo bigla.
Yes, normal yun. Yung mga what if na nasabi niya nga kanina. Na ang dami niyang what if. Yeah, when we're going through decision making, may tendency tayo na magtanong, which is not wrong. Wala namang masama magtanong. But it becomes wrong when we keep asking multiple people about the same question na nalilito na tayo kung ano ba talaga yung dapang decision.
Tsaka wag na kayo maghanap ng sagot na gusto nyo. Kaya tanong kayo ng tanong sa maraming tao. Limit it to 3 trusted people. Siguro.
Yes. Or find your mentor or your parents. Diba? Kung hindi sila yung trusted mo, maybe just a trusted friend. Diba?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's just really your decision. Hindi decision nila. And for our final question/story for the day, ito ay nanggagaling for Dancon. Wow. Nagkulang ka. Dancon, baka kulang ka ng E. Kasi, baka yung N mo napalitan ng E. Sorry. Kasi parang unang basa ko Deacon. Dancon pala. Okay. This story is about future anxiety, which we've been tackling throughout this episode. So sabi niya, Hello, Crumb Society! Turning 30 na ako next year! Trentahin!
Yay!
Yay! Welcome to the group. Welcome.
To the group.
And lately, napapaisip ako tungkol sa future ko. Nakikita ko sa social media yung mga kabatch ko na may sariling bahay, kotse, investments, at kung ano-ano pang milestones. Samantalang ako, nakakaipon naman pero hindi ganun kalaki. Wala rin akong malaking emergency fund pa.
Open-minded ka ba?
Let's not go there.
Di po kami ganun.
yung love life ko nagsuffer sa tanong na yan. Panoorin niyo yung episode na yun. Okay, going back. Alam kong hindi dapat ikumpara ang sarili sa iba, pero minsan hindi ko maiwasan. Feeling ko tuloy parang behind na ako sa buhay kahit ginagawa ko naman yung best ko. Sa mga panahon na parang hindi mo alam kung sapat ba yung progress mo, paano nyo pinapanatili yung confidence at peace of mind? I'd really love to hear your thoughts. Panoorin mo na, i-rewind mo na lang tong video. Yun din yung payo namin. Ayun ako.
Ano nga ba?
Before we answer his question, I want to dissect his story. Again, as you can see from his question, or as you can hear for our podcast Spotify listeners, Apple podcast listeners.
Lahat, iHeartRadio.
Pero if you look or listen to his question, talagang maririnig or makikita mo nga na it's consistent na the comparison is there. Yun yung biggest enemy.
Dilemma niya.
Biggest dilemma for anyone going through insecurity. It's the comparison. I mean, yes, we're human, I'm I am also guilty of this na nagko-compare. You know, like I always tell myself, I could be a little bit thinner, you know, I could earn a little bit more money, you know. Pero, actually yun nga eh, if you watch the birthday episode, yung birthday episode ko recently, once you hit 30, talagang mawawalan ka na ng pakialam eh. Hindi naman sa walang pakialam, pero you care less about
you
what other
filter
people
what's
think.
important and you
Exactly.
absorb what is yung important.
Yes, exactly. Na parang ngayon, hindi na ako masyadong concerned about what other people think about me. Kasi at the end of the day, I know myself as a good person. And yun yung pinaka-important. Like, wala naman akong sinasaktan na ibang tao. Yes, I've hurt people. Admittedly, I'm human. I'm not perfect. But, yun na nga, at the end of the day, I know myself that I'm a good person, that I help people, that I do things not only for my own, but also for the people around me. And, wala na akong time mag-isip to compare myself to other people. It might be, nabanggit niya rin kasi to dun sa question niya about social media. And, sorry Stephen,
Alam
pero
mo
wala pa rin
naman.
ako sa social media.
Oo nga eh.
Pero, yun na nga eh. Honestly, you know, I'm not saying you should remove yourself from social media, but social media plays a big part on that comparison. Kasi yung mga influencers, you see your friends succeeding, you know, sometimes kailangan mong mag-detach from that. You need to learn to detach from those things na hindi naman ganun ka-importante. Like, it's their life. Let them live their life. You know?
May nabasa nga rin ako eh.
Yeah.
Wag mo daw tingnan masyado yung kunwari yung kaklase mo nung college o high school.
Yeah.
Wag mo tingnan masyado na kapag nag-post siya na nagpagawa siya ng bagong bahay kasama ng kanyang bagong asawa no? Hindi, magiging asawa pala.
Bagong asawa.
Sorry. Pwede rin.
Yeah, pwede rin.
Pero yeah, pag nakita mo nag-post yung kaklase mo ng gano'n, huwag ka masyado mainggit.
Yes.
Oo, sa social media, maganda and everything, nakangiti, may pagkain, may handaan doon sa bago nilang bahay. Pero isipin mo yung kailangan niyang trabahuhin
Yes.
para bayaran yung lupa nun at bayaran yung pagpapagawa nun. Kasi hindi naman natatapos ang ginagawa lang na yung example ta. Hindi naman natatapos ang paggastos mo sa pag natayo na yung bahay and everything.
Right.
Ang tax niyan malaki. Alam nyo ba na binibilang ng gobyerno ang bawat switch at saksakan nyo sa bahay para i-tax at i-compute lahat yon, ganong kalapat ang bubong, ganong karami ang kisame na ginamit. Opo. Para sa mga hindi nagbabayad ng tax dyan, katulad ng ibang senator, congressman. Ganun po ang ginagawa ng gobyerno, di ba? Tapos, maintenance nun. Pag may nasira, bumagyo, nasira yun.
Amilyar. Sa amilyar pa lang.
Oo, amilyar. O di ba? Ilang milyon na ginagastos mo. Akala mo, di namin sinasabi na pag nakakita ka ng umuunlad mo na kaibigan, kutsain mo sa comments na, gagastos ka lang dyan. Hindi ganun na. Hindi po ganun. Let's celebrate milestones. All mga bitter. Yung katulad namin sa pag-ibig. Hindi ganun ha. Masama yun. Masama yung magiging bitter. We're just saying na if you compare yourself to apples, when you can in fact be an orange or a mango that can mix well with apples,
right?
Why not be an orange or an apple? Or as we call it in the Philippines right now, yung orange, si Charmaine. What? Hindi maka-pick up.
Hindi ako updated.
Private na siya. Hindi nakikita. May content creator kasi na naggumawa ng video, nag-uusap yung mga prutas. Si apple daw, red. Si mango ay yellow. Tapos, ako orange. Orange din pangalan. Wala na ba ibang pangalan? So, sinabi ng apple, bigyan ka na lang ng mga pangalan, Charmaine. Yun lang yan. Diba? Hindi mo kailangan mag-reactivate. Yun lang yun. Pero hindi, yun nga yun. Yun ang tip ko. Don't compare yourself na as if apples to apples. So, there's variety in life. Meron mahala tayo yung babad sa social media kasi social media manager.
That's true.
May isa rin ako napanood. Nasa Japan siya. Kasi ako, dream ko pumunta doon.
Yeah.
Tapos sabi niya, wag mong isipin na lagi kang delayed. Siya nga daw nakapunta na ng Japan, 40 years old siya. And yet, ang dami niya pa rin opportunity na nakuha. Yung time mo, kapag binigay na yon ng tadhana, para sa'yo talaga yun. Right. Para naman sa mga in the faith dyan, sa believers, katulad namin. Sabi ko nga sa sarili ko ng isang araw kahit sabihin ng mga tao, kahit ilang milyong comments ang mabasa mo sa mga forum, sa Reddit, na mahirap applyan to, mahirap gawin to, mahirap pumunta dyan. Pag sinabi ni Lord at nagsalita na siya, yun na yun. Wala na magsasabi na, hindi ka pwede. Ay, hindi. Sinabi na ng Diyos. Ganun na yun. Kaya magsinuhod po tayo.
Sabi nga ng tatay ko nung sinabi ko sa kanya na ayoko nang magmahal, ayoko nang pumag-ibig. Sabi ng tatay ko, huwag ka magsasalitang tapos.
Yeah. At sinabi ni Miguel, malibad dyan.
Pero yun nga I'm gonna be a little bit of factual here. I was, like I mentioned earlier in this video, I was a social media manager before, actually social media department head for a big company in the Philippines. And one of the things that I've studied during that time is that social media posts rarely convey the true image of what's happening.
Yeah.
It's usually just the good things. Hindi mo makikita yung bad things. I know this is common sense for a lot of people, especially for Filipinos. Kasi Filipinos are constantly online. And wala namang Filipino, wala namang Filipino na nagpo-post masyado ng negative unless sobrang negative,
Or most of the time, good. Tut. Yun. Alam nyo na
usually, most of the time, what people post are good things with what's happening in their life. So, hindi mo pwede talagang ikumpara kasi, hindi mo naman alam kung ano yung pinagdaanan ng tao to reach that point. Malay mo, ang grabe naman pala yung pinagdaanan niya and deserve niya nga naman talaga yun. So, something to think about, and just really discern. That's the biggest advice I could give for this episode is really discern. Discernment is the biggest ally to anybody going through this kasi discernment will allow you to make the right decision at the right time. Kasi you can make the right decision but at the wrong time.
Wala rin. Ganun din.
Exactly, wala rin. So,
zero ka rin.
Yes, you really have to discern the scenario, discern the choices that you have, and then stick to that decision. Tignan mo nga si Colonel Sanders, di ba? Si Colonel Sanders, KFC.
Oo. Ilang taon siya?
He was 60 when he discovered KFC. Di ba? So,
pwede bang wag namang ganun?
Sana naman hindi naman ganun. Sana naman hindi ganun. Pero, you get what I mean. Some people, really do have their own paths, What matters most isn't how fast you're moving compared to others. It's whether you're still moving, still learning, and still believing that your story is unfolding exactly when it's supposed to. As we've been saying this whole episode, comparison is the thief of joy. Your best ally during these times is discernment.
Ay,
Napaka-insightful ng episode na to. Mag-iisang
kaya daw
oras.
late si... kaya daw... Oo nga, haba. Okay na kami. Kaya daw late si Colonel Sanders kasi may gera nga naman. Parang,
Yes, may gera at the time. But still, he made it.
Still,
Now
naman.
he's- Yes! Huwag naman tayo dapat kay Colonel Sanders.
Ay, naka. Anyway, that's it for our episode today. Make sure to subscribe and follow our YouTube channel, Crumb Society, for more fun conversations. I'm Stephen.
Make sure you're also following us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And don't forget to give us a thumbs up over there as well. I'm Miguel, and this is Studio Crumb, and we'll see you again next time. Bye-bye!
Bye!
Studio Crumb.